The Lord is good. God is a good God. I finally joined NSPPD November 23rd after several people have been sending messages to me and I will ignore. In fact, when I block you, I will not just block you. You are not there. My phone is with me. I will be talking. What nonsense, idiot. I'll still be talking and telling them, what should you send to me? But one day, an elderly man that I know is so prayerful sent it to me. In fact, it was just this morning when I made up my mind that I was going to come to see this testimony that I just went through. I wanted to be sure of the day I finally joined. And I realized that he has even been sending before then. And I joined, and since that day, my life has never remained the same. 1 week on the altar. Before then, I would have been able to, right now, write the dates, the time, the minutes. No, people will say second, something minutes past second, something Papa said. Unfortunately, I cannot do that first week because I didn't know I have to write. But 1 week. In 1 week, my son, his wife had already gone. She went through a scholarship through NDDC. And he was to be a dependent. And it was that time that they said dependents were not going to be allowed or something. They just were not going to give them or allow them enjoy that normal benefits. And my son applied. It was just a few weeks to when they were going to stop all of that. I don't know. He applied. And on the altar on that day, Papa said, one day, visa. I said, how's that? Papa, I did not mock you. But I monitored you, Hi, cha. God have mercy. I monitored Papa. That's first week. Papa will be praying. I'll be looking at his mouth. Is he saying Jesus or scissors? I will look. They are telling him something. I will look. I wasn't saying. He said, Jupe, stop looking, pray. I said, no, I want to be sure. I will look at Papa. He will be sweating. I said, but somebody's sweating and praying. I said, okay, I will look further. And I will look to see if they are telling Papa something. And I said, how can they be telling this man? The man never stopped praying. He's praying. He's talking. Even if they are telling him, he will not be able to hear well now. To call the names of the sicknesses now. But no intelligent man would do that. You guys can see the spirit. So where will he hear? Where will this man hear? So you can know that God actually speaks through him. And he will not make a mistake in calling the names of these sicknesses. And that day, he said 1 day visa. And I was already believing because when I saw Papa crying one day for mercy, he was crying. I said, but wait, how can a child be crying and his father will not hear? So definitely he must hear. This man is a child of God. And when he said 1 day visa, I said, okay, I wasn't testing you, Papa. I wasn't testing you. But I wanted to, God, do my own too. 1 day visa. How possible? We submitted yesterday. When he said, that yesterday was when Papa said 1 day visa. I said, today. Okay. The next day, I called my son. Did you hear from these people? Did they send a mail? And my son said, no. He dragged I said, this boy. Okay. So I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. Then, that very day, they have sent him a mail. They have sent him a mail. He was afraid. He didn't want me to panic. Because how can you submit a day? And the next day, they are sending you a mail to come and pick your passport. So that was somehow. So he didn't know what it was. And he didn't tell me, but he was slow in answering that if they have messaged him or something. Then the third day he went. My son went. He didn't let anybody know. He went to the embassy. It was when he came out and he asked, where are you? I said, I'm at home. And he came and he opened his passport and visa. 1 day.
Is there anybody ready for 24 hours miracle? Receive your own. Collect your own.
You see, this testimony, I'll try to rehearse in the morning to say I will do it. And I was like, share this testimony. You are sure it's one day? Are you sure the date? I sent my son a text in the church. How many days again? Tell me. He said, Mommy, one day. They called me the next day. I went to pick it up day. When we checked the passport, it was that day Papa said. I said, thank you. So that means this testimony is going to happen. I did that. And just same, when you're on this altar, you have these gods from nowhere. Hey! My children begin fear me. Oh. When I talk, they say, yeah, don't talk. I don't talk. Jesus. Again, Papa said, earlier than expected. I have been praying. I've been telling God, because he'll tell me he's doing this job, he's doing that job. These boys, I know that they are jebota. They're strong, but the one I felt that it was too much now. 2, 3, 4 jobs. But I said, God, please, I don't know how this is going to happen. And Papa said, earlier than expected. And that evening, in the night rather, early in the morning, like around after 1 a.m., I was online. I saw my son online, and I was like, see, what's happening? You're not sleeping? He said, yeah, no, I'm not sleeping. I'm praying. Something's got. I said, what's that? I said, don't worry, whatever it is. Papa has said earlier than expected. And you know what? This was what my son said when he called last week. When he put me on speaker and put his mother-in-law on speaker, he said, yeah, do you remember? I said, what is that? Tell me. He said, you said, Papa said earlier than expected. I said, yes. And you said, that, like this, Gong. You said, don't worry. That temporary job will be permanent for you and your wife. And lo and behold, that man called me last week, putting everybody on speaker, and he said, yeah, you remember you said. I said, Papa said, and God, Lord has done it. They have given not only me, but my wife, permanent job. You know what that means? Less than 1 year in the UK. They have moved out of somebody's house. They have their own apartments, which I know God will buy their home for them. These testimonies I came to do this morning, I told God, in fact, we had the dialogue kind of. He said, if you do, I will do. I said, but you are God now. You shouldn't even say, if I do, must I do? I said, must I do testimony before? He said, no, you have to do it. I know you have thanked me, but you have to stand in the presence of the people of God. I'm not an introvert, neither am I an extrovert, I'm in between. But when it comes to testimony, I will talk, One of a sudden, I stopped giving testimony in church. I don't know. But this church, I go give and tire. I go give this testimony tire. God did that, and God told me, if I do, he will do. Papa, you said we should... we always say women in their 40, 50, 60. Wait now.
Calm down.
Hey, brethren, thank you for congratulating me in advance. Papa said, you see a lot of men around, fine women, industrious, and working, blah, 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 blah. But I told God, Papa said, download. To download, I will say, Papa will say somebody should download. I will download them myself. That means I have to go to somewhere to print out. And blah. But people will say, download. Okay. That day, I took my phone and, like I told my last son, I have 3 sons to the glory of God, a single mother. I told my last 22-year-old son, and I told him, I said, see him. Are you listening to me, Tolu? Your father not try at all. Because I had ordered, like Papa would say, order it as you want her. Ask for it. I had asked God to give me a tall man, fine man. I didn't add wealthy. At that time, we were doing love. So I stayed with him all through. So because but he didn't stay. He messed me up. And but for day, Papa said you should give me. Papa said you should put it. Yeah. So, but today, I said, God, this time around, me, I have suffered to train 3 children. No. This time I will have black, tall, handsome, wealthy. The wealth will be that which I will spend that money for him to do business. I will use this money to do plenty business that will yield. He will use that money to pamper me. I've suffered. But Papa, I said black, tall, wealthy. oh. But you see, that Lord, Oyibo will join. Black and Oyibo come in as men. I said, there is no confusion in the eyes of God. God is not a confused man. When you type on the internet, black, dark, you just see black, dark, and Oyibo. I said, God, but God told me, if I give this testimony, the 1 day visa, the permanent job for my children, my mother's enlarged, reversed. My son's glaucoma, they didn't see nothing anymore. Then, this last one, I was broke. As an event person, it happens. And I asked God, God, I need money. I'm broke, red. And Papa said, you may not see the rain. You may not see the sun. But your valley will be full of water. And that day, I held on it. And the events that they had come to me to make hurry, they said they were going to come back. I didn't see them. Lo and behold, they called me. Jollof, madam, oh yeah, give us your account number. I said, okay. I never knew anything. You are under the auction. I sent it. So you know, these people paid for the events since almost 1 month now. In, how do they say, 6 digits? They have not given me dates, Papa. They have not given me what? You have done invoice. We have the total. But dates of events, time of events, I don't know. But what I've done, Papa, I have bought their things. Don't worry. I will not use their money. But I have taken my gain because I was broke and I needed that money. So God stepped in. And God said, if I do all of these testimonies, that part of Oko, He will sort me out. And today, I'm standing here, just like you have instructed me, God, to stand before your people to testify to this. That's which you have promised me. That man that is my own. I don't want confusion. He will just have to locate me. In the name of Jesus. Papa, people will say, may the oil on your head not run dry. I agree. But whenever you want to close everyday prayer, you say, we love you. God bless you. And I said, I love you too. God bless you. Papa, nothing will happen to you. Nothing cannot happen. Nothing can happen to you. Because nothing will happen to you. You will live long to declare the glory of the Lord. You will continue to prophesy. Lives will be changed. The grace of the Lord upon your life will never depart. I am a living witness that you are a man of God. Let your word know that I, Chukwu said, they stand before the world to say that Pastor Jerry Ese is the Son of God.
What